gozaimasu. I think I've narrowed it down to 2 most important exercises for figure skaters. Here's what I think are the 2 most important off-ice exercises for figure skaters. And these exercises are important not only for strength, but for range of motion, and also for strength and power through a range of motion. So without any particular order, this spinal twist, which I've talked about in many of my videos, I think is really, really important for figure skaters. And this is how I do the exercise, this spinal twist exercise. This is one of the things that I do. I'm keeping my feet fairly firmly planted, but I'm kind of going like mostly one foot and then the other foot. So it's kind of it's 2-foot balance, but I am shifting my weight just a little bit back. You can see back and forth from one foot to the other while I do this exercise. It's not a necessary component of the exercise, but I can involve my whole spine in this exercise also by not just looking at the camera, but also to let my neck become part of that oscillation back and forth. So if I do that, I can see straight behind me. I can focus on an object, this corner straight behind me, both sides. And yeah, that's a way of helping you go farther in the stretch, is by getting your focus moving that way. Now, how are you going to develop that basic exercise? By the way, actually, let's not run before we can walk. I want to develop that exercise, progress it, but it's important always to get your form right, so your style. How are you doing it? We want this exercise to be the spine rotating. I don't want it to be moving around spine. I want it just mostly to be turning, right? And I want it to be turning very smoothly, right? So I want this to just be a nice, smooth action, bouncing into that range of motion, feeling the tension build up on both ends of the motion, and just allowing it to smoothly go back and forth. Find the timing, the balance, the action. Try to strive for smoothness of action in this exercise and all exercises, as a matter of fact. And so yeah, the next exercise we're also going to strive for smoothness of action. Yeah, but before we leave the twisting exercise, yeah, there's a few ways we can develop it. We can get pretty good twist by anchoring on a few things. This is one way of doing this. What do you call it? A static stretch, as opposed to the ballistic one. And actually, when you're working on some kind of static stretch like this, I'm trying to maintain very good posture. Trying to keep my shoulders, even now I'm thinking about, initially I had my shoulders a little bit up, trying to keep them down, trying to keep good posture so I'm not, like arched or bent in the spine, so the spine's in quite an ideal position, if I can, and then just pushing against those 2 points into the pain a little bit. And same thing, other side, doing this very, very slowly at first. Like any exercise, you want to warm up gradually, and you want to progress gradually. Doesn't matter what age you are, that principle is the same. Doesn't matter how stiff you are, the time of day, whether you're recovering from it, all other factors are irrelevant. Always warm up and progress gradually. Yeah, okay, your progression will be a little steeper maybe if you're younger and in better shape and better health and stuff like that. But even still, we don't want, this is a way of hurting yourself, is to go too gung-ho all at once without warming up slowly. So yeah, the other element we can add to that is we can deliberately bend. So I've got now both a stretch, a bent over, both a rotation and a bend. So I'm adding two elements now to the same exercise. Not only this stretch, but then also a bend at the same time. And you can bend in any direction while you're stretching too. That's just a little bit more complex exercise, and I think it's good to keep it simple. I'm not doing a lot of unnecessary gimmicky positions or anything. I'm keeping it really plain and simple, but I think it's important sometimes to combine two different stretches at the same time. Like for example, I'm stretching my hip flexor now, and I might also bend over to the side while I'm doing that stretch, pushing forward, and the side, both stretches at the same time. I think there's a benefit to this as well. Good luck with your off-ice exercises. What you do off ice is just as important as what you do on the ice. And I'm signing off now. Bye-bye from the Gary Moves studio today. And give me any comments or the usual things you can do. When you share these videos, you really help with the channel, because the algorithms are based on the number of views, and so by sharing the videos I get more views. And it's not just that. The most important thing is that I want to impact the skating world in a positive way, figure skating in a positive way. So I like to have as much reach as I can get in that regard, to get you thinking about all the various different aspects of your procedure and methods that will turn you into the best figure skater you can be. This is what I've strived to do for many, many decades, and so I'm sharing my insights as I make my way down the road of discovery, challenge, invention, and glory. Okay.